it's Miss Rix here, and we're here for another time for Kidz Quest. I'm so happy to see you guys. I can't wait to see you guys every single week because you are my favorite part of the week. Now, can you tell me something special that you did this week? I'm listening. Oh, now that's really cool. That's really cool. What about something else? Did you get to go outside? Did you get to play? I hope you got to play outside. We've been having some good weather lately, so I hope that you were able to get outside and play. What about spending time with mom and dad? Have you been doing a lot of that? Yes, that's really cool too. What about helping out with the chores with mom and dad? Have you been doing that too? I don't know. I might have to talk to your parents later and we'll see. Anyways, I have such an exciting story for you guys, but before we start, I'll show you a little something. What is this? Can you tell me? Yes, it's a fishing rod or a fishing pole, something to catch fish. We know that, right? This is kind of a toy, but there are real ones that are much, much bigger and with real fish, not like my little play fish here. Now, have any of you been fishing before? Oh, that is so cool. Do you know, I've never been fishing, so when I get to see you, I would love for you to tell me all about your fishing experience. Were you able to catch a lot of fish or just a little bit of fish? Oh, well, I'm sure you had a good time, and I'm glad you had a good time. Maybe one day we can go fishing together. But today's story is about fishermen, and maybe you've heard this story before, but I will be happy to tell you about that story again. One more thing, though, one more thing before we start. I want to introduce to you my little friend over here. Let's see, I should give him a name. Let's call him Chance. You think so? Chance. Yeah, let's call him Chance. This is my friend Chance. Okay, now what kind of pet is this? Oh, no, it's not a kitten. Don't be silly. Chance is a puppy, my pretend puppy. Now, some of you have real pets, and I know that having a real pet means that you have to be really responsible, right? You have to take care of that pet because you love the pet, right? Now, if I want to take care of my pet here, Chance, would I give him candy to eat? No, I can't do that. What about, let's see, what else can I give him? Can I give him grass to eat? No, I can't give him grass either. What about ice cream? I can give him ice cream, right? No, I can't give him ice cream either. Oh, okay, dog food. Can I give him dog food? Yes, I can give him dog food. Now, why will I not want to give him all of those other things? Because that would probably make his tummy really sick. And that would mean that I don't really care for him. You see, when we care for something or someone, we really have to take good care of them, meaning we give them good things to eat, we take time to give them hugs, we treat them nicely, just like what your mom and dad do for you. Now, in today's story, Jesus asks for his disciples to care for people, and I'll explain all of that as soon as we get started on our story. So, oh, Chance is barking. Did you see that? Oh, now he's moving. Oh, he wanted to say hi. Well, hi, Chance. Can you help me tell them a story? Perfect. Perfect. Okay, so Chance is going to help me tell you the story. Now, are you listening? Make sure you put your listening ears on. Chance, you be quiet. All right, here's what happened. Now, do you remember what happened last week? Yes, that's right. Mary Magdalene and Mary, the mother of Jesus, ran to the tomb, and the tomb was empty because Jesus had risen again. But the disciples hadn't seen him yet. Actually, the disciples were out fishing. Remember, we were talking about fishing earlier. But they weren't having a really good time with fishing. They had waited a long time to catch fish. And by now, they were getting really bored. How do you look when you're bored? Like this? That's how I look. Like this? Are you happy when you're bored? No, you're just tired and bored. Well, the disciples were bored. They weren't catching any fish, and they were sitting out on their boat when they saw someone come onto the shoreline, and that person said, "Are you catching any fish?" And the disciples said, "No, we haven't caught anything." And then the person said, "Why don't you throw your net to the right side of the boat?" First, the disciples were probably thinking, "Well, who is this guy? How would he know anything about fishing?" But you know what? They listened anyway, and they took those nets and they threw them over to the right side of the ship. Do you know what happened? They caught so many fish in that net that it was almost impossible for them to lift those nets. Did you ever have to lift something that was really, really heavy? Can you show me? Oh, like this, and they had to lift those nets and get all of the fish into the boat. Then John, the disciple, took a better look at the person on that shoreline and said, "Oh, Peter, Peter, that's Jesus. It's Jesus. He's risen again, and he's come to see us." Well, you can imagine how excited they were. Do you remember how excited Mary Magdalene and Mary, Mother Jesus, were? Remember how fast they had to run? Well, they were in boats, the disciples, so they weren't able to run, but they did get into a little boat, and they had to row, and they rowed really fast. Can you pretend to row with me really quickly? Ready? 1, 2, 3. Row, row, row like the disciples. They were so excited to see Jesus, and they rowed all the way to the shore. They got to see Jesus, and they hugged him. They were so happy that he had died for us, and he had risen again. While the disciples got to hang out with Jesus on the shoreline, Jesus asked Peter a very important question. He said, "Peter, do you love me?" And Peter said, "Of course I love you, Jesus." And Jesus answered, "Well then, take care of my sheep." Peter might have been a little confused. "Okay, all right, fine, I'll take care of your sheep." And then a little while later, Jesus did it again. "Peter, do you love me?" And Peter said, "Of course I love you, Jesus." "Well, take care of my sheep," Jesus said. And then Jesus did it a third time. "Peter, do you love me?" "Yes, Jesus, I love you." "Well, then please take care of my sheep." What do you think that meant? Do you think he meant for Peter to actually take care of sheep? Like to take them out to eat grass? No, that's not what he meant. What Jesus meant was, "Peter, if you love me, you have to tell everyone about me and love them as much as I love them." That's what he meant by taking care of his sheep. Just like how you take care of your pets or your little brother or little sister, just like how your mom and dad take care of you. If you love someone, you take care of them. And now Jesus is asking us to do the same. Make sure that we take care of one another, take care of our friends by being kind to them, take care of your parents by helping with the chores, take care of your little brother or sister by making sure they don't get into too much trouble, take care of your pets by giving them good things to eat and not candy. That's what Jesus means when he says, "Take care of my sheep." I think you can do that. You can do that, right? Yes, you can, because I know that you guys are the best and most responsible kids that I have ever known. And I am so glad that I got to see you again this week. Thank you so much for joining me on Miss Ricks with Kidz Quest. See you next week, guys. Bye-bye.